When arriving at the Tahoe Expedition Academy, you began a journey into the wild, discovering knowledge and much more. When I began my journey through the environment that is the campus, I was taken by a clearing to my left. I gazed upon it as I walked along the path under a loggia that gave way to a courtyard. In the center, a large fire ring with lounge chairs where other students sit and chat while tending the flames. As I wandered the courtyard, my nose draws me to a kitchen's open window, where a student is perfecting an omelet, and my mouth begins to water. They offer me a taste, and I happily accept. Finding a shaded spot under a nearby tree, I look out into the forest and watch as the squirrels hurry around, excited by the smell of food. I watch as the students chat between these frameworks, sheltered by its joining roof. After I finish my snack and recycle my plate, I wander. I find my feet following a path. As the trail guides me, I look into the meadow where a teacher explains to a group of young students about planting seasonal vegetables. The small children look eagerly at a large planter box behind her, ready to get their hands dirty. I heard a loud bang, and my attention is drawn to a group of young teens hammering at something that looks like the beginning of a market stand of some sort, possibly a farmer's market, but it's too early to tell. They run around in this outdoor workspace looking for wood pieces that fit to their desire. Behind them, a large roll-up shop door opens to a space where I saw every tool I could imagine. I walked from patio to patio, peering through the large openings that framed a space where creativity flourished. These making spaces were intertwined with free open spaces, encouraging interaction, overlap, and teamwork. On the other side, I ducked through trees, emerging upon a large open field. I look down as it twists with the landscape. I sit and watch teachers run after a ball that had been kicked too far. I lay and I watch the birds as I reflect on the creative creations I have already encountered. I'm grounded, but my head is in the clouds. Eventually, I come back to earth. I decide not to follow the path, but to continue down the field, and I walk along the edge until I overhear laughing. I look into the direction of the joyous sound and climb over rock and limb until I discover a great stage. Students are scattered along the ground and on the earthen benches that look upon the stage where a group of middle school students are practicing explanations on their global warming prevention projects. The supporting structure is also bustling with life, and I am drawn into the space. I can hear violins and offbeat drums attempting a new ballad. I can't help but giggle as a young child dressed as a frog runs by while holding an actual frog that he is eager to show his classmates. I follow and find myself back in the field where the child holding the frog up high in triumph to a circle of his peers all cheer excitedly. I began again, letting my feet be led by the path so my eyes may wander the landscape. I stumble along through the trees and the shrubs until I come upon a veranda that at the moment is empty except for a wandering rabbit that has hopped along the same path and has also found himself in the same space. I allow my ears to carry me around a tree where I discover two students on a whiteboard deep in conversation. I wonder how they can focus when behind them lies a window that views the remaining forest. Undiscovered and untamed, it calls to me, and I want to explore, but I'm too curious not to sit and listen to the students. They're discussing the laws of gravity and how orbiting revolution is possible. Physics has always been a mystery to me. I'm not the only one to notice their conversation. A teacher interrupts to add insight and guide them to a better understanding. And I weave from conversation to conversation, each group of students in a different stage of learning and in a different setting, depending on where the student is most comfortable. I am inspired by their eagerness to grow, and I ponder this thought while I wander back into the trees. I come upon more planter boxes Inspired by the previous students I had seen in the day, I have a newfound appreciation for the newly sprouting plants, and I see and mentally encourage them to grow and continue their journey.